You're asleep in a tent. No lock on the door. No walls. Just thin nylon, between you and the wild. A predator walks past, 10 feet away. It smells you. It hears you breathe. And it keeps walking. Why? It's not because predators are afraid of humans. It's not because you're hidden. It's not luck. It's something written into millions of years of animal instinct. And once you understand it, you'll never look at the wild the same way again. Here's the reframe. Predators don't avoid humans because we're harmless. They avoid us because, for most of evolutionary history, humans have been the most dangerous animal in almost every environment we've entered. Every predator alive today inherited a survival rule older than language itself. The humans are not prey. Humans are a risk not worth taking. In this video, we'll cover what neophobia is, and why predators fear the unfamiliar, how smell and upright posture trigger ancient warning signals, why predators size up risk versus reward before ever attacking, the real reason campfires and tents work as protection, and the rare exceptions when this rule breaks down. Picture a wolf standing at the edge of a forest, looking toward a campsite in the distance. To that wolf, almost every prey animal it knows walks on 4 legs, close to the ground, with a horizontal spine. A human does the opposite. We stand tall. Our spine is vertical. Our silhouette is completely unlike anything a predator's instincts were trained on. This unusual shape doesn't read as weak prey. It reads as unknown. And in the animal kingdom, unknown is dangerous by default. A 4-legged predator's brain is wired with a simple rule. Don't waste energy attacking something your instincts don't recognize as safe to fight. So even a sleeping human, lying down, can still carry traces of that upright shape memory in scent, sound, and shape, enough to keep most predators cautious. Animals build their entire understanding of safety through smell, long before sight or sound. Humans carry an overwhelming mix of scents that don't occur naturally anywhere else in an ecosystem. Soap, sweat, processed food, fabric, sometimes smoke. To a predator's nose, this is a chemical warning label. It doesn't smell like prey. It doesn't smell like anything the predator has a hunting strategy for. Predators don't think, this might be dangerous. Their instinct skips straight to, this is not on my list of safe targets. This is why even predators that have never personally encountered a human before often still hesitate. The unfamiliarity itself is the deterrent. There's a specific term for this instinct. Neophobia. The fear of new and unfamiliar things. Almost all wild predators have it to some degree, and it's one of the most powerful survival tools in nature. Neophobia exists because trying something new is risky. A new food might be poison. A new shape might fight back. A new sound might signal a trap. Animals that are recklessly curious about unfamiliar things tend not to survive long enough to pass on that trait. Animals that hesitate, observe, and avoid unnecessary risk tend to live longer and reproduce more. Humans, especially sleeping humans, surrounded by gear, fire rings, and strange scents, trigger this exact hesitation response. We're not just unfamiliar, we're unfamiliar in a way that doesn't pattern match to anything worth the risk. Predators are not driven by aggression, they're driven by energy economics. Every hunt costs calories. A failed hunt can mean injury, exhaustion, or worse, and animals can't afford many failed hunts in a row. Before attacking anything, a predator's instinct quickly estimates. How much energy will this take? How likely am I to succeed? And how badly could I get hurt if this goes wrong? A human, especially an upright, unfamiliar smelling, unpredictable shaped human, scores terribly on that calculation. High potential risk, low certainty of success, unknown retaliation capability. Meanwhile, a deer or rabbit scores perfectly. Familiar shape, familiar behavior, predictable escape patterns, low retaliation risk. Predators didn't evolve to take unnecessary risks. They evolved to take guaranteed wins. And humans simply don't look like one. It seems logical that a sleeping human should be the easiest target imaginable. No movement, no defense, completely still. But predator instinct doesn't only judge current vulnerability. It judges potential retaliation. A sleeping human is still surrounded by unfamiliar objects, tents, backpacks, metal tools. Fire. The predator doesn't know what any of these things can do. Stillness doesn't equal safety to a predator. It equals, I don't yet understand what I'm looking at, and I won't act until I do. This hesitation, multiplied across millions of encounters over thousands of generations, it became baked into instinct. Don't engage with the strange upright creature, even when it isn't moving. There's a reason fire has been part of human survival for hundreds of thousands of years. And it's not just warmth. Fire represents controlled, unnatural light and movement, something almost no predator's instincts know how to interpret safely. Light that moves on its own, without wind, without a living creature causing it, registers as deeply unfamiliar. Combined with smoke smell, it reinforces the unknown territory. Proceed with caution signal. Tents add another layer, an unfamiliar shape with no visible entry point, no readable behavior, and unpredictable contents. None of this guarantees total safety, but it stacks the odds, layer by layer, toward a predator choosing to walk away rather than test the unknown. Predators are also highly sensitive to signs of group presence. Even when only one human is visible, a campsite often carries the mixed scent of multiple people, days of food smells, and overlapping human activity. To a predator's nose, this can read less like one easy target, and more like an active territory belonging to something unpredictable, possibly in numbers. Animals are deeply cautious around anything that suggests a coordinated group, because group-defending species can turn a simple ambush into a costly fight. Even if only one person is asleep in that tent, the surrounding scent story often tells a different, more intimidating tale. Some of this caution isn't even instinct anymore. It's learned behavior, passed down within predator populations. In regions where humans have hunted predators for generations, animals that approached human settlements were far more likely to be killed. Over time, surviving predator populations skew toward individuals who avoid humans entirely. Bold, human-approaching individuals get removed from the gene pool again and again. This means many predators today aren't just born cautious. Their entire lineage has been shaped by generations of humans are too dangerous to test. It's evolution and culture working together to build one consistent rule. Stay away. This instinct isn't absolute, and understanding the exceptions tells us just as much as the rule itself. Predators that are starving, injured, extremely habituated to human food, or raising hungry young can override normal caution. In these rare cases, desperation changes the risk-reward calculation entirely. A creature with nothing left to lose may take a risk it would normally avoid completely. This is also why human food left out at campsites is so dangerous. It teaches predators that humans equal an easy reward, slowly eroding the natural caution that normally protects both species. The instinct to avoid us is strong, but it was never designed to survive repeated exposure to easy food rewards. Step back, and this whole pattern reveals something most people never consider. Humans have spent so long being feared by the animal kingdom that we've forgotten we ever were. We picture ourselves as fragile, next to wild predators. But for nearly every predator alive, we're not the fragile ones in this story. The animals around that fire aren't ignoring it, because they don't notice it. We're ignoring it, because something ancient inside them says this is not a fight worth having. That feeling of vulnerability you get sleeping outside, exposed to the wild. Almost every predator nearby feels the exact same way about you. So maybe the real question isn't, why don't predators attack sleeping humans? Maybe it's this. What does it say about your own species that the most dangerous animals on Earth have learned, generation after generation, to leave you alone? We walk through nature feeling powerless. But nature itself has been quietly building caution around us for longer than recorded history exists. You're not as small in this world as you think you are. So here's a question for you. Would you still feel safe sleeping outside, now that you know why predators usually keep their distance, or does this make you more nervous, not less? Tell me honestly in the comments. If this changed how you see the wild, hit like and subscribe. This channel exists to uncover the strange, hidden truths behind the natural world, one mystery at a time.